Hey folks. Ooh, creepy. Oh, that's hurt on the eyes. Okay, so ain't no power right now. There's crazy wind out there today. And something exploded 4 times and we're without power now. So obviously a transformer went kaboom somewhere, lit up the sky. I saw it outside my window. It was sort of kind of towards the southeast or southwest. I looked at the radar map, the Hydro 1 outage map, and there's a whole bunch of them. It could have been Whitechurch, it could have been the other side of Blythe, and there's another place in between. I don't know. It's really hard to tell, as there's so many of them, but it was that direction anyways. But apparently not all of Wingham is out, because the people across the street have power. And the old clock tower downtown, municipal building, it's still lit up, at the lights pointing upwards, so top of the tower. So I'm gonna head out and see if Timmy's is open. So I'm wearing a winter coat for the first time today and my toque. So I can't use green screen, so I'm okay wearing a green hat without my head disappearing. So it's only 10 degrees, and with that wind, I guess it's crazy wind. So it's gonna be pretty chilly. So dressing a little bit warm, and I gotta take the seat cover off the Monster before I go out because it's probably still gonna be soaking wet. I had my clothes inside hanging up, and they're still wet. So out here where it's colder and damper, it's not gonna dry at all. So I'm gonna head out and just kind of see what I can see, and hopefully Timmy's will be open. I will be very happy if they are. thought I found it. I get to Timmy's. Timmy's was open. They have power. And there's all kinds of emergency vehicles out on the highway. So I took the long way around. And just as I got there, they were kind of clearing up and leaving. So the big maple tree that came down on the highway, but there's no no power lines around it, so that wasn't the issue. And they're all done, they're gone, and we're still out. So, but the lone wolf guy was out. He asked me if I've heard anything. He's out of power too. So one side of the street downtown is off. The other one's on. All the street lights are on. Apparently the municipal building is either powered on the same circuit as the street lights, or they have a generator. He says they have a generator, you can hear it running, but I don't know if it's actually that building. Because there's a house up the street here, it's got a generator going in it. They're all lit up and they're watching TV. So basically from the main street here all the way down almost as far as the park, the trail bridge there, one block before that is out. And from the main street all the way up to Helena Street, which is the road that, first road on the other side of the river that the soccer fields is on, that has power. So everywhere in between there and here. So it's just a small area of town that's out, and I just happen to be in it. So it's not as nice tonight as it was last night. Of course the wind isn't helping any, but the temperature's lower. I could have used gloves, but I'm just kind of borderline cold hands. If I was wearing gloves would be wet, and that's not a nice situation to be wearing wet gloves. But it was alright anyways. I guess that's it. I'm not sure when I woke up not that long ago. I slept in again. It was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Oh, that reminds me. The reason I woke up is because the landlord came by. And she doesn't like the dogs. So the dogs get put in Kenny's room and they were barking. That's what woke me up. So after I finally got out of bed, I asked Michelle, I said, what bad news does she have for us? Apparently good news. Bad news for her, but good news for us. She can't sell the house because I'm not going to get into details, but her income, she can't live off it. So she needs our rent money to help support her. So she can't sell our house. It's not that she won't, it hasn't changed her mind or anything, she can't. So that's a plus for us, and that's a huge worry off my mind. So that's kind of, I hesitate to say nice to hear, but it kind of sucks for her. So she has to wait until she's 65 to get her pension. I'm not sure how old she is, but we're safe for a little bit that way, I guess. I'm not sure what else to say. This would be a good time to go back to bed, but like I say, I wanted to get a couple hours of sleep. I finished up what I was doing. I was bored, so I decided to lay down for a bit. And well, 2 hours turned into like 6. Oops. So if I try now, I probably won't. But I got nothing to do. No, I got no power. Everything I do is on the computer. I don't need the internet to do what I'm doing. Internet helps a lot. I do a lot of internet activity, but I don't need it to have something to do. So I don't know. Don't you know what I'm thinking? Hopefully we're not off too long. The first Tornado Tuesday, the one that had me in the basement, there's a lady that lives in Whitechurch that works at Value Mart. I was talking to her, and apparently they were without power for 28 hours after that storm, so that's not nice. Yeah, like I say, according to the outage map, they're out again right now. So I'm actually gonna check that. have my data turned on at the moment because we don't have internet, and I wanted to check a few things. So I will check that now. Looks like you might be able to see me still. And of course my finger's wet and wrinkly, so it's not going to recognize my fingerprint. Put in my passcode. And see what we got. I need glasses. Hydro 1 responding to power outages. Responding to outages as thunderstorms and high winds move across southern and central Ontario. Well, we haven't had any thunderstorms. Just a lot of wind. Wow. I don't think it's any different than what I saw. Whitechurch is a little better now. Okay, it's showing Lower Wingham for us. Lower Wingham is the other side of Helena Street, the other side where the soccer fields are, up in that area. And that looked like it was on when I went by. I didn't go up that far. Wow. Customers affected, fewer than 20. I don't think so. There's more than 20 just on our street. But when I zoom out, it's like, wow. Holy smokes. 50, 80, 110, 30, 50, 200, oh, over 200 power outages across southern Ontario. Wow. Yeah, take a capture of that one. That's a lot. So, I don't know what that means for us. That means they're going to be busy for a while fixing. They got a lot of work to do, so I don't know. They might go with the biggest ones first. The ones affecting the most people. Which means we might have to wait a little while. I don't know. That kind of sucks. But we'll see. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a lengthy power failure, so I guess you could say we're due. It's the right time of year. It's not winter, so we don't need to worry about freezing to death. I kind of got to the point where I think I might have to close my window, although the wind seems to have died down a little bit now. As like I say, it was only 10 degrees, and that's what my thermometer in here is saying, so is reading. It doesn't speak. And so it's really not the temperature, it's the wind. If there's a breeze coming in the window, the cold air comes in with it, and that's when it becomes an issue. They can be below zero with my window open. As long as there's no wind, I don't feel it, which is kind of nice. The curtain kind of blocks it. So I guess that's it. I'm gonna have me a smoke. I'm probably gonna go in, use the washroom. I don't really want to go in because there's nothing to do in the house. I'd rather sit out here and just enjoy the peace. Just listen to the wind, listen to the rain, listen to the dogs barking. Well, that kind of reminds me, I think somebody in this town, in this neighborhood, has a peacock. I'm not normally up in the mornings unless I'm just going to bed, but the last couple of days I have been, and I swear I'm hearing a peacock somewhere. They're a very loud bird. I have heard them before, so I know what they sound like, and I swear that's what I'm hearing. So I think somebody in our neighborhood might have a peacock. I don't know exactly where. But anyway, that's all I got for this. I'm going to turn my light off so I don't destroy the batteries. I got lots of replacements, but these are rechargeable. I can't recharge until the power comes back on. So I guess that's it, unless something else happens. I'm done here for the night. update. We have power, as you can see. So I went in, used the washroom, talked to everyone for a bit, and I come back out, and I'm standing in the garage door having a smoke, and I think I can hear a chainsaw. So I went looking, go up one block, and then turn left and go up one block, and there's hydro crews there. There's tree on the power lines. It wasn't, the power lines didn't come down. I think they just shorted. So I'm thinking, well, if that's the source, they're almost done. We should have our power back soon. But where that was doesn't fit with where I saw the light flashes and the booms and that. Because they were on the horizon. They were a very specific location. They weren't, it wasn't just like the sky lit up. It was very specific. So the only thing I can think of, if that was the source, you know, a couple blocks away, then maybe it caused an issue with a transformer further away. Because they look like feeder lines. There's like 8 or 10 lines running through that particular spot where the tree come down on them. So I could see that causing an issue. But like I say, it doesn't match where I saw these flashes. Plus the booms were distant. They were muffled booms, so they weren't close at all. If you've ever heard a transformer go, they're pretty loud and bright. So I don't know. But I was sitting down at the river at the end of that laneway behind McDonald's there, and Michelle called me, and she said she called West Terrio, so I thought we were Hydro 1, apparently we're West Terrio. She called them, and they said we should have our power back by 1 o'clock. It was 12:40 at that time. So while I was talking to her, all of a sudden I noticed there was a street light on at McDonald's, like near the exit of their drive-thru. I don't remember seeing that. I think power just came back on. Do we have power? She's not sure, because we don't have a lot of lights on in the house anyways. And I said, well, you'd hear the microwave beep, because it always beeps when the power comes back on. And she doesn't have her hearing aids in, so she won't hear anything. I got hair all over me, sticking to me. But then she realized we have night lights. Just to make walking up and down the stairs easier at night, so we can see them. And she noticed it was on, so I guess that means we got power. So our power's back on, so now I can go back inside and resume whatever it was I was doing. I don't even remember now. I think I was watching today's videos, today's daily vid search. Yeah, I was burning discs, so the one that's in there right now obviously is going to be a failure. So I don't think there's anything else. Rivers are both up. When I come down the highway, I could see it. You're not going to see anything in the video, obviously, because it's too dark, but I could see that the river was up. The drainage ditch that runs alongside the highway that was filled in when they filled in the floodplain, it's full of water, so the water's gone up into that. And a couple other places I could see it's spilling over its banks. And at the dam, when I stopped there, I could see it was up, and I checked it's where the concrete slab is for the boat launch. It's right up to the end of that. And I checked the other side, which obviously, again, you're not going to see at night, but there's water flowing through the whole dam. So not just the one end that they open up, the whole length of it, there's water coming through. So it's up pretty good. Not surprising, because we've got a lot of rain the last couple of days. I guess that's it. Can't think of anything else. So we got our power back. Yay! Life resumes. If anything drastic happens, I'm gonna be completely lost. if we don't have power for any length of time. As stuff like this happens, it kind of wakes you up to how much you actually depend on it, you know. Because right now my computer is my life, and without it, you know, go for a drive on the Monster till the batteries die, which they are. I'm on a low battery warning now, and that's about all I can do. So, in daytime it's a little different. I can read, I can do other things. I can't do that at night, so. Anyway, I guess that's it.